To quote Mrs. Fig from Order of the Phoenix, she says, "The whole world has gone topsy-turvy." Have you noticed that the whole world and things that don't make sense are coming up? The world is changing, shifting, collapsing. Well, it's because we're shifting from the 3D to 4D and eventually 5D. Now, it's important for you to take back your power. And have you felt like there's negative entities coming up? Or do you feel like you're being psychically attacked? Do you feel like you're attracting negative energies and you're having a hard time dealing with this? Well, in this video, I'm going to share with you 7 ways to shield yourself from negative energies and entities. And these are super powerful. They're life-changing. And if you implement them today as best you can, they will change your life. Welcome back to my channel. My name is Chris, and I help people to find their center. In this video, I'm going to share with you 7 ways to shield yourself from negative energies and negative entities. So, what is this stuff going on? Why is it important to do this? So, think of your connection to your higher self like an umbilical cord, except it's a spiritual cord. Anyway, our higher self is sending us signals, and it does this through emotions. It does this through synchronicities, through number synchronicities. Now, if we're regularly having a healthy spiritual practice, if we're on our path, if we're on our purpose, and we're connected, tuned in, tapped in, and turned on, as Abraham Hicks says, then we'll receive these messages clearly. But if you're, working a 3D job still, if you're around 3D people that are just starting to waken up, that are just starting on their spiritual awakening journey, and they may be purging. So you may have had your connection to your higher self muddled. You may not be able to always hear or feel the guidance that your higher self is trying to impart to you. So by doing some of these, by clearing out that channel, by opening up that pipeline, so to speak, that umbilical cord between you and your higher self, and clearing out these negative dense energies and any entities hanging on to you, it will help you. So the first thing that you can do is one of the most powerful ones, which is simply set an intention. Set the intention to something simple as, I release all energies that do not serve me. I release and let go of any and all negative attachments and entities. Anything that is not of the highest vibration of love and light must leave my energy field now. Those are just some examples. Those are some examples of what I use in my treatments when I do REIKI. Those are just some treatments of when I do energetic work, or even when I do videos, I set up energetic boundaries and bubbles so that only messages from my higher self can be channeled through directly for the highest good and love and light of all that watch this channel and channels like it. So by simply setting that intention, you're stating to the universe, I am powerful. I am source energy. I am all that is. You're taking back your power and you're owning it. So number 1 is you need to set an intention. Start writing some down. If you need some help, comment down below. I can give you some ideas. Or else Google I am statements. Google intentions for releasing negative energies. Those are just some examples. Again, I just gave you some. The first one is set an intention. Number 2, call on guidance. Call in guidance. If you resonate with Archangel Michael can help you cut away cords of attachments to your solar plexus with his sword of light. You can call in Jesus. You can call in Buddha, Krishna, Ganesha, Apollo, Kuan Yin. You can call in your higher self. You don't have to be religious to call in Archangel Michael or any of these other beings and entities. They're also connections to you. Don't forget to call on your higher self, too, to give you guidance of what you need to do to clear some of this stuff up and to help you with some stuff that you need to face. So, number 1, set the intention. Number 2, call in guidance. And make sure that, how do you tell the difference between your spirit guides and your higher self versus something that is pretending and acting like a guide. That, while a guide will always give you clear, concise instructions in a positive manner, something that is of the false light, that is a shadow being or whatever you want to call it, they'll give you negative advice, or they'll whisper doubt in your ear. Your guides and your higher self will make you feel good, and those messages will be clear, they will be uplifting, and they will feel good. You may also notice ringing in your ears sometimes when you call in and ask for guidance. So number 1, set the intention. Number 2, call in guidance. Number 3, which I think is one of the most important, it's called a declaration of sovereignty. And I'm going to link it down below. I've used it a couple of times. There's a long version and a short version that you can do. And what is sovereignty? Sovereignty is defined as the full right and power of a governing body over itself without any interference from outside sources or bodies. So what does that mean in spiritual terms? What does that mean in plain jargon? It means when you declare your sovereignty, you are declaring your free will over your own domain, which is your thoughts, your feelings, your energy, your aura, your essence. By declaring your sovereignty, you can cut the cords and clear out these old contracts and things you may not have even known existed. When I do these things, there's one thing that you can do on a daily basis that's really short, called a peace bubble. And it stands for proactive, empowering, ascending, clearing energy bubble. And one of the statements in there, I'm going to link it down below. It's from a website called sovereignty.com, completely free, with the unlimited power of my mighty I am presence. I am declaring that. And then there's statements that you can read down below on a daily basis, even maybe 3 times a day, especially if you're working in harsh conditions and are around lower vibrational people that are still asleep. You're going to want to anchor in this peace bubble. And you're going to want to do the declaration of sovereignty itself. Is really long, and I'm not going to lie about it, but I've done it on occasion a couple of times when I need to strengthen that connection, and it really freaking works. I feel it immediately. You can read it out loud. It's the most powerful, or you can read it to yourself. Maybe even use memos on your phone to record it once through, and then when you feel the need to, replay it over and over again when you need it. And just setting that intention, calling in the guidance, and declaring your sovereignty and your free will is hugely powerful and definitely overlooked. I haven't heard it talked about enough, about declaring your sovereignty over your space, over your domain, over your world and your universe. And you have the power to do that. So again, set an intention, call in guidance, declaration of sovereignty. Number 4, stop feeding it. Stop feeding those energies. Stop playing those games. Stop playing along with those entities, the narcissists, those people that are still unawake and trying to drag you down. Recognize that they are source energy, but you need to practice boundaries. You don't have to entertain those people and nonsense, So set an intention, call in guidance, declaration of sovereignty. Stop feeding those energies and those entities. Starve them off, and they have no power over you. They only have as much power over you as you let them. Number 5, sea salt. Sea salt is one of the most ancient medicines around, and you can take a sea salt bath. You can buy a bucket from Dollar Tree and fill it with some sea salts. You can use Epsom salts if you've got some swollen feet. That'll really help. But sea salts, you can take a hot shower and scrub your body, the whole thing, minus orifices, to help you release that negative energy. Number 6 is sage. Sage and Palo Santos. Those are 2 that I kind of include together. Sage, Palo Santos, and sweetgrass. It just depends on which one you like. I personally love sage, and I've been around a lot of indigenous native people, and I've been to drum circles with my twin flame, and we've used sage, and it's super powerful to clear yourself out. You can trace your outline. It's super cheap. You can order it from Amazon. You can find it at certain Five Belows. I've seen sage in there for like $5. It's cheap and easy. Just make sure you're opening the windows. If you're in an apartment or someplace where you've got a smoke detector, you can light one single leaf and sage yourself, and it doesn't set off any smoke alarms or anything. And the last thing that you need to do is ground your energy. I can't say this enough. Go stand outside barefoot in some grass. Go stand near some rocks. Go hug a tree. Go in the mountains. Ground your energy. Eat some potatoes and root vegetables and root the energy down into the earth. You can give it back to Mother Earth, who can transmute that energy for you. You can not tell her, but you can say it and ask, hey, I need some help transmuting these lower vibrational energies. And the lower vibrational energies, the negative energy, starts from the crown and works its way down. So you can literally channel the negative energies and entities into the ground, give it back to Mother Earth to help transmute these energies. Again, so number one, start with setting an intention, calling guidance. Check out that declaration of sovereignty and anchoring in those peace bubble. The peace bubble is short and you can do it daily. 4, stop feeding it. Starve that entity. Starve those energies out. 5, sea salt. 6, sage. And number 7 is grounding. Again, take back your power. You may have a lot of this stuff coming up and out. You may be purging and feeling feelings of shame, guilt, fear, anger, lower vibrational emotions. Why? Because we're getting ready to shift. We're shifting into 4D and 5D. I hope everyone has a wonderful day. Peace.